So let's talk about the 3M traders framework. So the 3M represents for mind, money, and method. And I always like to start off my class with this because this is to ensure that we are on the right framework, the right steps, and our vision is aligned. Because I don't want you to come into this business thinking that trading is going to be easy. Trading is going to be, it's going to let you get rich quick. This is not the vehicle. The only guarantee that you have from this business, right, is how much you will lose, not how much you will make. Okay, how much you will make is dependent on the market. After you have done all your homework, you click buy or sell. The rest is up to the market. Whether it goes according to your plan or not, it's entirely up to the market. So the only guarantee that we have is the losses. Trading is not a get rich quick. Okay. So guys, agree? Do you all agree that trading is not a get rich quick? If you agree, can you type agree? Because if you are thinking that, after attending this weekend class, you are able to quit your job, trade full time, uh, unfortunately, I have to burst your bubble. This is not the way. Anybody that tells you from trading you can make a lot of money, yes, I agree. I lead my whole life being a trader, and I'm a full time trader. But initially, when I started off, when my account is smaller, when I do not know how to trade properly, it is almost impossible to make a living out of it lah. Okay, let me just be very very blunt here. All right, so guys, can I have your permission to be as direct as I can, because I'm not that kind of person that likes to sugarcoat my words. Okay, can I be as blunt as I can? Yes, if you agree, can you just help me type a yes? So I'm just going to tell you as it is. No offense if you think otherwise. It's not a personal. It's nothing against you. But I find that in my position, as a trainer, so I should also be as direct and reflect the truth lah, instead of paint a rosy picture for you. Okay? Because if you want those rags to riches story, I think you go on YouTube, you go to sales review. A lot of people will tell you, oh, last time very poor, last time I sleep on the street. Then now because of trading, I become like a god and all that. Unfortunately, that's not my experience lah. My experience is the first few years was struggling. I started trading 11 years ago in 2010. And all the way from 2010 to 2013, I was really, really struggling. I uh, graduated from school. I didn't want to go for a full-time job like many of my friends, which I greatly regretted. So in the article, right? In the article, like I shared with you just now, like this dollar and cents article, just in case if y'all can't see it. Okay, let me paste this link again. Later during lunchtime, I'm going to read lah. Don't read now, okay? So yeah, is it starting? I had to rely on my parents for financial support while my peers are earning a good living, and this is true. This is truth. Okay, so anybody that tell you that they can make a full-time living immediately like that, they can start to trade 100% from as a full-time trader with $5,000. That is just wishful thinking lah. That's really just wishful thinking. But as a side income, can it be done? Yes. Okay. As a side income, it definitely can be done. All right. So hey, Chu is here as well. Chu, I think, is from Singapore. Every of my talk, Chu will be there. This Chu. Recently, you just signed up for my one of my stocks calls, right? All right. So without further ado, let me just get down to business. After this chapter, right, you will today my energy a bit low. I'm dealing with stomach flu the whole of yesterday, and in fact this morning, the whole of last night I run to the toilet for a few times already. Okay, so my energy is lower than usual. So this learning outcome number one, right, is to really understand the business of trading, then also to know the motivational and limiting factors for trading lah. All right, and of course, how to discern ourselves between professional and retail traders, and why we have some advantage as a retail trader as outsiders, and we even though the professional makes more money, we should not just I immediately want to be like like them. All right. Professional means that you are working for an institution, you are working for, you're representing a company trading their money. So that is an institutional trader, that's a proprietary trader. You are working as a profession. For us, right, I think most of us are just a retail trader. And in fact, myself, I'm also considered a retail trader. Why? Because our order flow, the access to the technology is just whatever that we can access. We have access to. So we have nothing special. Unlike professional, their order routing is different. Their commission structure is different. Technology wise, it's very, very different. All right. So this is what we're going to be exploring in this first half. So I always like to take short breaks in between as well. Later we can expect our lunch break to be about 12 plus a bit. All right. So then second half we'll come back and touch about the nitty gritty details lah. All right. So what is trading? Number one. So guys, trading, right? It is first and foremost a business. I know a lot of us takes it like a hobby, but no matter whether you are doing for part time, no matter what you are doing for part-time or full-time, right? Trading is a business. It is definitely a business. It is not something that is it's not something that is, for us to I mean, we can take it like a hobby. Yes, no problem with that. But perspective wise, right, we should be running it like a business, which means there will be costs involved. Okay, there will be costs involved because once you start to factor in or count all these causes, right, then you will be you know uh taking it more seriously lah. Okay, you definitely will be taking it more seriously. So over here, right, trading is a business. Can everyone just help me type the word business? Okay, can everyone just help me type the word business? So go ahead and type that first. Okay, great. So at any one point in time, right, you got questions, also just help me post it on the chat. Okay, help me post it on the chat. So when I look left and look right, it's not because I am distracted. It's because I'm looking at the questions. All right, I'm also looking at the questions itself. So trading, there is a cost involved. So what are some of the costs involved? You have commissions. So your comms are one of the things that's going to eat into your profitability. Then if you think about that, right, you have also things like your internet, your hardware, your computer. So all this, right, are a business cost. All these are business costs. And how much you make, right, at the end of the day, it is about recovering these costs first. It is not about making a lot of money. Okay. Right at the start, right, it is about maintaining all this costs. Wait, just give me a while. I'm looking at this setting for Zoom is popping up. It's very irritating. Just give me a while. Okay, great. Thanks. Much better. All right. So back to where I was saying. Trading, there is a business cost to it. You have commissions, your internet, your computer, etc. And you also will run this business based on probability. Okay, can everyone help me type a percentage sign in the chat? Okay, just let me type a percentage sign in the chat. So it is all based on probability. It's about evaluating, right? Okay, what are my rough odds? Like for example, if you see a phenomenon that happens 6 out of 10 times, the after this event happen, 6 out of 10 times the directional bias is up. So guess what? We should be focusing on all this. Okay, I have 60% chance that in the event this happens, then the market will be then going up or down. That's where, right, we want to be banging on all this so-called our edge, so-called our probability lah. All right. So trading is actually a very simple thing. It's just humans like to make everything very complicated. We like to, the Chinese, we call it 画蛇添足 lah. That means we have a snake, right? Then we go add legs to it, then become monitor lizard. Then we add wings to it, become some hybrid, right? This is what humans like to do. And we can't blame that lah, because humans are just curious by nature, right? But if you revert just to the basic, right? If we revert just to the basic, it is very, very clear. You can see that 6 out of 10, let's say even you have 6 out of 10, our best deal, if we have 7 out of 10, that this event happens, and then there is a certain direction that's happening, that's where, right, we will capitalize on this event. You capitalize on this event and then take the trade itself. So will we be wrong? The answer is yes. We will still be wrong. We will be wrong like probably 4 out of 10 times, 3 out of 10 times. But I rather, in the long run, right, I will be right more often than not. So in those cases that I am wrong, what I do, just make sure that I lose smaller. All right. So trading is in a nutshell, is just like that. Well, do I always know where the market will go? No, I don't know where the market will go. But in the event that I'm wrong, what do? I make sure I lose small. It's not about trading big. It's not about winning big. It's about losing small. Because in the first part of your journey, it's about survival. Then it's about breaking even. Then it's about making money. All right. So guys, agree? If you agree, can you type lose small? So your position size also lah, just go smaller lah. And all this we'll be touching it on it in detail. All right. Okay. So this is the business of trading, and high academic success, right? So you can see at the bottom, I already written over it. High academic success does not equate to trading success. So what do I mean by this? I know that most of us at least have a reasonable level of academic qualification. So we will have our tertiary education. Some of us have post degree, we have masters, we have postgraduate diploma. So what the studying has done to us, right, is that we want to be right. And we have already inculcated a mindset that, when we study, we will do very well. Guys, correct or not? Yes. Do you agree? If you agree, can you type yes? So all along, we have been inculcated with all this. Like if we agree, if we study, then we will do very well. If we don't study, then we won't be obviously doing so well. So when it comes to trading, right, it is entirely different. Why? Because it's not a black and white world. When you have done your homework, you've done a trading plan, does not mean that you will trade very well. Does not mean that you'll be very profitable. um when you when how do I put it? When you are trading, right, it is more or less in a gray area, not so much in a black and white area. All right. Sometimes you do the right thing, you will be rewarded. Sometimes you do the wrong thing, you will also be rewarded. So this is how weird this business is. And this is something that I think we have to start on this foot lah. And the key is, since it's so uncertain, right, the only thing that will keep you afloat, it is losing small. Okay, it is losing small. So how can you approach trading? Okay, how can you approach trading? The holistic approach, right, to trading, it is to have the three legs, which is the mind, the money, and the method. Okay, can everyone type 3M for me? Everyone just help me type 3M. So what is this 3M? What does it do for you? It's just like a three-legged stool. Just think about that. If you, right, if you if you're a person, you are sitting on the three-legged stool, right? It will be quite stable, correct or not? So you're sitting on a three-legged stool like that, it's very stable. If you take away one leg, then it will be shaky a little bit. If you take away two legs, then you will be shaking all around. Then it's very, very hard. This is the reason why, right? A lot of people, if you focus just on the method, this is where you will go very wrong. Okay, if you just focus on the method itself, things will not work out. Because when you are applying, when you are trading, it's about the money management. Money management, which includes your sizing. So, which includes your size as well as your emotions, your ego, your fear, and your greed. Okay, can everyone type EFG for me? Okay, everyone just type EFG. So all the EFGs, right? They are your best friends lah, in your mind lah. Why? Because ego will tell you, oh, I've done so much research, I've done so much homework, I have to be right, and then you will become stubborn. When things don't go your way, guess what? You continue to trade, you continue to hold and be obstinate in your position. Sometimes that is what leads a trader to ruin. That means you blow up the account because of ego like that. And humans, right, are more tolerant towards losses than profits. When we see profits a little bit, then we want to zao already. You know, we want to just take profit and then we run. All right. But when we see losses, right, we can tahan one. Okay. So case in point, if let's say your account is $5,000, right, you see $100 profit. Wow, you're very tempted already. You know, your profit target is probably, let's say, 200. But you see 100, you're like, wow, halfway there. How? Then you see this 100, right, go up to 120. Then you see this 120, drop back to 100 again. Guess what? You think, yeah, cannot go already. Guess what? I faster. I take on my position. How many of you are guilty of doing this? Can you type me in the chat? Okay, how many of you are guilty in doing this? So this is something that I'm personally guilty of as well. I am initially when I started, I'm very I have a huge intolerance for profits turning into losses. I see a bit only, yeah, faster. I want to take and run already. But if let's say from the get go, right, you see this thing go from minus 100, then minus 200, then minus 300, and then you see, never mind, I'll be correct, man. Eventually I will be right. Okay, because of ego. Eventually I want to be this whole thing will recover. Then you watch. Wait, all right, let me just mute it. Okay, guys, if you come on, you realize that your mic is unmute or your video is on, can you just turn it off yourself? All right, can you just do that? So thanks. So over here, right? So over here, if you look at the position going to minus 1,000. Ayo, my writing pad got problem. Sorry. Okay. Then we will be very tolerant to this minus 1,000. Imagine your account 5,000, right? We'll be very, very tolerant. We're like, wow, please, hopefully I turn left, I pray in the right direction, I turn right, I play in the right direction, then maybe the market will come back up. How many of you are guilty of this? Can you type me? Can you all relate to this? Because when you are trading, right, this is pretty much as pretty much it's just like that. All these emotions are at play. So to paint you a very realistic picture, it doesn't mean that for more experienced trader, this doesn't happen. It still happens. It's just that it has happened so many times that we know how to manage it. It's like, no, the last time I refused to cut loss, the loss just balloon and balloon and balloon. One painful loss. I believe every trader will need to have one painful loss because the losses is what define your trading journey. Is what defines your trading career. I have lost 40% of the account overnight before. Biggest loss to date is 59,000 in one trade. So that was over 4 weeks. It's quite painful, but of course it's a much larger account. In percentage wise, it's not so big. All these things have it has made me into the trader that I am today. Because if you do not know how to trade 5,000, there is no way that you know how to trade 10,000. If you can't trade a 10,000, you can't trade a $50,000 account. If you can't trade a $50,000 account, you can't trade a $100,000 account. There is no way such as, oh, I just fund 5,000, I good already, then I immediately go and fund 10,000. Or I mean, go and fund 100,000. It doesn't work like that. It's not as easy as, oh, I just times 20 my sizing. When you look at your profit and loss, right, jump by plus minus 100 to plus minus 2,000, guess what? You are panicking already, because plus minus 2,000 chances are it is half of our monthly pay, or for some of us is like our monthly pay. So we will feel very uncomfortable. When you are uncomfortable, you are letting the ego, your fear, especially your fear and greed comes in. Okay, your fear and greed will come in and wreak havoc on the trade lah. Okay, guys, agree? Does it make sense? If it all makes sense, if it's good so far, can you just help me type a yes? Okay, thank you. Now, For the 3 M's, right, we are in the order of importance, we are obviously looking at mind first, then money, followed by method. So our trading mind, right, represents 50% of our trading success. Our mind, right, represents for 50% of our trading success. Why? How many of you drive? I think most of us will drive, right? Especially if you're from Malaysia, chances are you will know how to drive, right? Uh, when you see a red light, technically what should I do? When you see a red light, we should stop lah. When we see orange light, we should slow down, correct? But I also know there are some traders, then you are laughing right now, some drivers see orange light, faster accelerate. See red light, you turn left, turn right, no camera, no police. Okay, I go. Correct or not? So, when it comes to the 3 M's of trading, right? It's actually the same thing, you know. When we hit our stop loss, what's there to stop us from, you know, breaking our plan? What's there to stop us from closing out the trade prematurely or realizing the loss or don't want to realize the loss? Nothing, no? It's just us. So we are in control. We are in control. That's where our discipline will set in. Okay, our discipline will set in. And this is why, right, our mind represents for 50% of our trading success, because we can override ourselves. Unless you are working full-time as a trader for an institution, for a proprietary trading firm, then different. You will have risk parameter, you will have, you know, you will have your senior traders, your trade manager, trade desk manager will stop you if you want to do something funny. They will ask you and they say, hey, you can close out the position right now. Okay, you foreclose, you can close out the position right now. So this is what my initial years, right, when I underwent the training for a proprietary trader. Prop trader meaning you take the firm's money. Okay, you take the firm's money, then you will trade for the firm. Then the firm is looking for a certain level of return. Above that return, then they will return the money. Then it's profit sharing. Okay, above that return, then they will say, okay, this percent is to you, small percentage to them. That's all. So it is all about in a very fixed environment, right? Guess what? All these things are very all these things are very controlled. However, for in our setting, right, nobody's gonna nag at us. Your wife, your kids, your husband is not gonna nag at you because chances are they don't know what you do. So the trading mind is the most important when we are doing, then followed by money management. So this is where I will draw a line to differentiate between when you are in the learning phase and when you are in the practical phase. When you are learning, right, all methods will work on. And this is why I give it the least amount of uh what's wrong with my sorry, a bit lag. So all methods will work. Why? Because even if you use moving average crossover, it will work just in the long term. All right. When you are applying, right, how you don't blow up is all down to this thing called sizing. Okay, guys, help me type size. Just help me type size in the chat. So okay, so sizing, right, is what keeps your sorry, yeah, give me a while. I'm struggling with this writing pen. Just give me a while. It becomes so laggy that I write, nothing comes out. All right, sorry. So just help me type in size. So size, right, it's what keeps our trading account intact. When you want to earn more, when you want to lose lesser, it is all down to this word called size. It is not about changing your TP, your target profit. It's not about changing your stop loss. It's about varying your size. I cannot stress this enough. So if you want to lose lesser, don't go and change or half your stop loss. The stop loss is there for a reason. If the stop loss is too wide based on the chart, then don't take the trade at all. But if you want to lose lesser, half the size or one quarter the size, or at least make the size smaller. And that's how we're going to do. And in these 2 days, right, we will be focusing largely on the methods, because after you take on your practical, right? After you do your practical, then when you are taking the trade, it is all about juggling your size and also your mind, your trading mind, your mental discipline. All right. So I also want to ask you this question. Okay. For me, right, I do not know you. So can I just take this chance, right, to know about your trading experience as well? How many years have you been trading? Can you help me key in the number of years that you have been trading? If it's like you just started, then you put zero. If you have traded for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, etc. Can everybody just help me participate? We have about 60 people in the room. Um, okay, 10 years, great. 1 year plus 20. Wow. Yu Ming, Samuel, 2 years. Okay, 200. Uh, seems like we can go and buy 4D or Toto later, right? So, okay, great. So most of us have a few years of experience. Some of us have extensive experience, 10 to 20 years. All right. So what do you all trade? How many of you can you also type down what you trade? Stocks, forex, or options, or what do you trade? Just give me an idea of who am I talking to. Okay. Stocks, option, forex, stocks, option, forex. Oh, crypto must be doing very well recently. Index. Okay, great. So at the end of the day, right, I don't know if anybody have asked you this question before. And if nobody have asked you this before, right, let me let me be the first to ask you, why do you want to trade? Why do you want to trade? What is the number one reason that you want to trade? Can you type your answer or your reason why you are trading? Money, alternative income, make money. Okay, what else? What else? What else? I want to see anybody got different answer or not. Flexibility, very good. You have you can be your own boss. In fact, you're less free lah, but yeah, financial freedom, very good. So most of us will be thinking about money lah when it comes to trading, right? But plan B, okay, in case your work doesn't work out, change career as a side income, personal growth, a skill set, okay, a skill set, that's good. So the reason why I asked this, right? Because every batch that I do, all the traders in my last few years of sharing my experience with traders, right? More often than not, 90%, 95% of the answer doesn't deviate much from money. More often than not, it's money. But I also want to pose a difficult question to you. But if it's money, right, why you want to do trading? So many other things you can do. Right? You can do e-commerce, can do drop shipping, you can do sales, you can do online, whatever also can do. Why trading? Why trading? Or follow the trend because all your friend is trading, right? Sophia. So wait, if your why, right, is just money, if your why is just money, then you will get disheartened very, very fast. One in my years of training and interacting with traders, all those that only got one reason, I want money. Guess what? These are the people that will leave first. Okay, just let me be very, very let me be very blunt here, lah. Okay, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If your main focus is just for money, you would have given up. You would definitely give up, man. For those that are trading for 10 years, 20 years, right? You are still doing so. I think you find some form of fulfillment beyond money because uh, money is just one of the things. Like, it should not be everything. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to think of, right, 3 reasons why you want to trade besides money. Okay. Besides money. So think about, okay, for myself, let me share this with you. For myself is freedom. For I have a funny bone now. People call it stubborn. I don't like to work for other people when I was younger. So um therefore I pursue my own path. And in the first few years that I was struggling, I did everything from delivery to selling computers, to doing tuition, everything to survive. Just don't want to work. Die also don't want to work. And I'm a degree holder, okay? And and my mom was like saying, why you don't go and work? My friends also was like saying, why do you want to work? But today, Today is very different because I managed to emerge from my journey. I'm free most of the time. Is how I frame up my day, how I arrange my schedule is really entirely up to me. For me, that is beyond money. Freedom, having control of my life, my lifestyle, that is beyond money. I'm not. I do not have a lot of money, but I would say at my age, it's very comfortable. All right. So economic resilience, yes, economic resilience meaning you don't want to be held hostage by upturn, downturn. I think last year COVID, a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses especially was affected very very badly. And if you are trading right, last year was one of the best years lah when it comes to trading for me. In the first half of the year when the market just crashed in March, right? Basically I made my whole year income from there already. So I yeah, and the rest of the year, what I focus on is all the beaten down stocks, and also some of the currency pairs, right? I just buy lor, just trade them lor, just trade for fun in a sense. So last year was a very very good year, and the only reason, right, why I want to bring this up is when the goings get tough, right? If you are just about money, meaning if you have lose a lot of money, which most traders will fall into this. If you lose a lot of money, chances are if you're just here for money, guess what? You will definitely quit. You will definitely quit. And for those of you, right, that mentioned you have been trading 10 years to 20 years. For me, I'm 10 years. Okay, 20 years, that is really beyond me. 20 years ago, I was still in secondary school, sec one, sec two, okay, secondary two. So for those of you that that have traded for so long, right? Uh, why your what keeps you in this business for so long besides money? There must be some reason, right? There must be some reason. Freedom, some form of motivation, because it's fun, because it's skill. And for me, not right now, I find it fun. It's just like playing game. It's literally just like playing game. Okay, I look at this. Okay, can buy. That's it. Close my eye. Don't care already. Follow the plan. That's it. Because in a sense, the whole drill has been already built in already. Adrenaline. Very excited, right? Looking at the price jump, then you look at account jump also, right? Excited, right? Yes, thank you, Sai Chong. So there are sometimes I was really excited like last year when I was shorting the index when the market was falling. Okay, after Chinese New Year, I vividly remember last year Chinese New Year we were like, what wow, fun everything Then suddenly after Chinese New Year, bam, everything locked down. So yeah, that was what happened last year. And looking at the market, that's where one day on the US market you drop 6%, 6%, 5%, 6%. Then you look at the Euro USD, right? It just flew all the way up. Versus Sing dollar, to give you an idea of how much it has went up, right? It went from like 1.32, 1.33 or 1.34 all the way to 1.46. That was the height. So the US dollar was strengthening. All right. Sorry, not strengthening, weakening. And the whole thing just flew up, right? Sorry, USD SGD. The US dollar was strengthening, a bit tongue tied. All right. So easy execution, almost immediate result. Don't need face customer. Yeah, I think that's the best. Don't need to face people. That's the best also. That's why I love trading. I love trading. In a sense, it really allows me to be me lah. Okay, I can curse and swear sometimes. I'm like, walao eh. Then all the vulgarity comes out. Sometimes like that, I'm very frustrated. It's just human lah. Oh, so the point here is, I don't want to digress too far. The point here is you must have reasons lah beyond money lah. Don't just trade because of money, because there's so many things else to get you money. E-commerce is one, drop shipping is one. So many other things. Everything also can make money. All right, everything also can make money. It's just whether can you see the opportunity there only or not. Okay, so now after you know your why, right, the next thing I want you to think of will be your limitations. Like Chinon mentioned, after getting in Forex, it's about training your mind. There are also some limitations in our mind. To think about this, right? Some of us are lazy, guilty of that. I'm a very relaxed, very lazy person. That's why I'll find all the shortcuts to go and do things on. Right? Some of us are lazy, some of us are very, very driven. They're like, now we have reached this, let's do more. Okay, some of us are like that. For me, I'm a good balance in between the two. There are sometimes I'm very, very lazy. Sometimes I'm very driven and say, hey, let's do this. Okay, let's just get this on. And some of us have, our own commitments due to family, we have time constraint, we may not have time to trade. Or some of us, right, have work commitment. Basically, the work is your life. You go to work at like 7 8 a.m, you only end work at like 7 p.m, so when you reach home you don't feel like doing anything already. So what are some of these limitations that you face that will prevent you from being a trader? Can you type some of these reasons that are true to yourself? Can you type it in the chat if you don't mind? Share it with the rest of us. Okay, just take your time now to go and type it in the chat. Okay, so list down 3 reasons. What are some of the limitations that you face? One, okay, at least give me one. And this one, housework is not to not to not to be funny, but housework, when I say housework, right, ayo, when I say housework, it's true. There was one participant in the workshop, right? Tell me housework. I'm like, what's housework? So last time I don't have my own house, so right now I'm married with kids. I have my own house. Then I realized, yeah, housework is a it's a pain in the ass. Especially if you don't have a maid. That's a pain in the ass. You have to spend 1 2 hours to go and get something done, like washing of clothes, drying your clothes, mopping the floor, cleaning the house, everything. Yeah, emotional. That is one of the limitations as well. So what can prevent you from getting too emotional? A plan. Okay, like what Chinon mentioned, it is a plan. Time constraint, lazy, energy level. Yes. After finish work, I want to sleep already. Still must trade. Ayo. Yeah. So all these are very true limitations. So what should we do regarding this? The first thing, right, to recognizing, the first thing to make a change, right, it is to recognize. It is to recognize. So can everyone type recognize? This is the first step towards change. If we want to make a change to our life, we will have to recognize that, okay, this is me, and be very truthful. Not all of us are role models. Not all of us are, wow, I'm very driven. I'm supposed to be driven, but am I? No, I'm not. So what? Okay, I know I'm very relaxed. I'm very laid back, very lazy. Then okay lor. Then my trading style, right? Don't push it so much. Start slow. Then slowly you see more results. Then you slowly increase. Like, I never believe in in uh in 100-meter sprint. Okay, in 100-meter sprint, when this whole trading, right, it is a lifetime. Okay, this whole trading journey, it is a lifetime journey. So in a lifetime journey, just like a marathon, at 42 km, for some of you that have run marathon before, or at least a 10 km 5 km run before, you know that you cannot be running at a 100-meter sprint speed, because you will not be able to, never be able to complete the 42 km. Make sense or not? So we have got a whole lifetime ahead. Guys, make a guess. How old do you think I am? Can you make a guess? Have me type it in the chat. How old do you think I am? I believe most of you are my seniors. You all are older than me. So 28, 28, 18. Hey, Samuel. Thank you, bro. 18, 22, 30, 35, 26. Good lah. Got one class I asked this, right? 50. I'm like, wah, piang eh. Where got 50? Hello, what 50 Tak boleh lah. I'm 34, okay? This year I'm 34. I started trading when I was like 22 and a half, 23 years old, so about 11 plus years lah. Okay, so I'm 34. I granted that I started at a very, very good time. I think I received a question on my social media. One of you was asking, maybe I don't think it's in the class lah, but I did receive a question before. What makes me able to become a full-time trader? Let me just be very, very, again, very blunt with you. I think I started at the right place and the right time. Why? Because back then when I started, I was just a fresh graduate. I am still living with my parents. I got no liabilities, no car, no house, no nothing. Today I have my house, I have my kids, I have my cars, things like that. So there are liabilities. And for me to make a switch, there is an opportunity cost. And I know this is the position that most of you are in right now. Because when you are working, right, guess what? When you work, you will have a salary. So if you want to transition into trading or any business full time, then there's an opportunity cost. There's a trade-off. You will have to give up this work. You have to give up this salary. And when you give up this salary, it is very tough. Why? Because this salary is what gets you going, no? Gets your life going. Your whole livelihood depends on this. Your kids' education, your kids go to school, your kids' meal, your children's wants, everything else, your car, your house is all dependent on this salary. So there is a greater barrier for you to do the switch. Guys, agree? If you agree, can you type yes? And I think most of you are in this position. Okay, most of you are in this position. So I started at age 22 plus. Okay, so I didn't have any of this because back then was just a young punk. So I had no money. And if I make the switch, I also have no money. No difference. So I didn't have that. So my journey was easier in the sense, but that doesn't mean it cannot be done. So what I want you to think about seriously, right, is if you want to be trading, eventually, if you want to be trading full time, I'm not encouraging you to go immediately into this. I want you to first think of how do you make trading as part of your life. Okay, how do you make trading work it around the part of your life? And your part of your life includes work, includes family, includes your recreation time, your R&R. So you have all these things. How do you add trading into the mix and don't change your life drastically? Because if you change your life drastically, you will not do it. Nobody wants to do it, right? You will give up eventually. You say this is too tough. So anything, it's about consistency and sustainability for you to be able to do it long term. For me, I have done it for 10, 11 years. For some of us, we are doing it for 15, 20 years. So there must be some longevity. So don't start off with a 100-meter sprint. Start off with just walking. It's fine. As long as you get to, get to start running later. Okay, so Jean is saying baby face. Thank you, thank you. Disgusting. Hey, thank you. Sorry. Okay, so guys, so far, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. We start slow, okay? Start slow, finish strong. Okay, start slow, finish strong. Can everyone help me type this? Start slow, finish strong. Just help me type this down. And this has always been my mantra. Last time when I was younger, I was like, go, come on, go. Then I realized I burn out very fast. So now it's like, relax. I want to do, then do. Don't want to do, relax a while. Because there's still many more things to life besides just trading. Okay, start slow, finish strong. Let's do it. So here is your expected journey. And this journey, right, is very similar to a medical doctor. I know that some of us are part-time traders, right? Some of us are part-time traders. So when I say part-time traders, doesn't mean you do a half-ass job. It means that you just take longer time to finish the same job. Okay, still finish the same job. Why? Let me just use this analogy. How many of you, when you are sick, right? How many of you would be comfortable to go to a clinic and then they say, oh, I'm a part-time doctor. In the day, I'm a technician. I'm a plumber. At night, now I'm a doctor. Just because I put on the white cape, I'm a not cape the white coat. Then I'm a doctor. Will you have trust in this doctor? No lah, siao I think I trust myself. I trust Google more. Correct or not? So we are doing part-time, right? It just means that we are taking longer to do the same job. We cannot have something like a part-time doctor. So there is nothing called a part-time trader. Okay, guys, agree? Type yes if you agree. Okay, help me type a yes if you agree. So what we do is we still have to explore. There is still an exploratory phase. Then we decide, okay, out of so many things that I do, right, so many different styles, maybe I can, maybe scalping is not for me. Scalping meaning I'm doing those few minutes kind of trade. Day trading is like those few hours kind of trade. Swing trading is few days. Investing or positional trading is like few weeks or few months. So we need to try out different style first, and then we also need to go and try out into different instruments. So for the purpose of this class, we'll be focusing on currencies. Okay, we'll be focusing on currencies. And my style of doing currencies, right, it is largely these two lah. Largely these two. I rarely hold a trade for a few months lah. That's crazy lah. That's too long already. And I don't do scalping because our broker technology, right, as retail traders, right, our broker technology, there's something called spread, and the spread sometimes, you know, there are slippage. Our technology is simply not meant for us to earn that 1 2 pips, 1 2 pips. We have to be aiming for more lah. That's for sure lah. So we have to go through all of this. Obviously we don't have to take exam, but what will be our exam results? Our profit and loss. Okay, our profit and loss will be our exam results, and then we'll decide that, hey, okay, now within this, I am a currency day trader. I'm a currency day trader. That's where we become a specialist. And that's where, right, just like a doctor, that's where the money is also. When you're just starting out, right, as a doctor, you just get paid probably a higher starting pay, but you are not paid very, very high. So what are the doctors that are paid very high? The surgeons, the top of their field, the specialists. So we, as a part-time trader, okay, we start slow, but we need to finish. At the end of the day, we need to finish. We cannot just start already, then half lah. Okay lah, I do this, I do that lah. For me, like my journey, right? I started with equities. I'm also equity traders, by the way. And if you allow me to say this, I think some of you have been attending my talks before. Chin On, Chiu, I'm quite a good equity trader also lah. Okay, because I started with that, stabilize. Then after that, then I move on to the rest of the things, options, and also currencies lah. So I started with equities. I'm still doing equities today, and yeah, this is why if you see on my Facebook or on my talks, right, a lot of things I share about is on equities as well. Okay, so for me, my main will be equities and currencies the main options for recent times, right, not so good to be selling options not so good to be selling options. So it takes me so long, you know. I don't learn everything in one day. I don't learn everything together. It takes me like out of necessity. Okay, this period the market is not going to go anywhere, so no choice, I have to find something that will work. All right, so why do I leave this out? Why do I uh put this chart in front of you? Is because I want you to know, right? There is no right or wrong in trading. There are so many different styles in trading. And at the end of the day, it is about analyzing yourself, what kind of trader you are, and choosing one that's comfortable for yourself. For example, if you are having a daytime job, then definitely you cannot do scalping. If your daytime job is very, very intensive, you probably will not be able to do day trading as well, because when the market is going live, you cannot be like having meeting and then you're like, hey, wait, then you do your trade here, cannot, right or not? Then you should scalp the training, your trading around you lah. Okay, guys, clear? Clear? If it's clear, can you help me type a C for me? All right. So, professional versus retail trader. Okay, professional versus retail trader. These two groups of people, right, they have very different results. Guys, which group makes more money? The professional or the retail? If you think it's the professional, you have me type a P. If you think the retail trader makes more money, have me type a R. Oh, Robin thinks that it's retail. Chinon say it depends. Okay, the rest of you, Patrick, Fei Yan, Sun Yap, Samuel, Yu Leong, okay, Yu Ming, all they say P. Hai Zhong, you say P. Yes, actually most of you are right. P. Melvin, if you say depends, yes. I mean you're right to say that as well. But if you all choose or you all think that as a retail trader you can make a lot of money, right? Yes and no. Yes, when your account size is big lah. Okay, if your all the return that we make is always a percentage. It's always a percentage of our account size. So if your account size is just $5,000, for example, how much can you make? How much can you make? I give you 100%. Okay, it's a brilliant result. 100%. You double your account. How much do you make? 5,000, just like that. But as a professional, their starting amount 50, 100K easily. So to them, 5,000 is like 5%. Oh, just maybe my cut loss. That's it. So looking at these two groups, right? Which group will make more money? Definitely the professional. Okay, definitely the professional. So this is where, right, we may also think, how come professional make more money? Is it because they got more monitors? No lah. If going by the number of monitors, maybe I'll make as much money as them lah. But for me, is I also have a limitation. My account size initially wasn't big, so it was only when my account size became a comfortable six figure, then I was able to make a living out of a comfortable living out of trading. Think about this, okay? Think about this. How many of you wants to make $5,000 a month from trading? Can you type me in the chat? Okay, can you just type me? Saya, okay? Obviously, everyone wants that. Who doesn't want to make money from this? Because with $5,000 a month, especially with US dollars that we're talking about, guess what? We can quit our job already. Literally, we can quit our job already. So if you want to make $5,000 a month, can. But how many of you think that it is possible to make $5,000 a month from a capital of $5,000? How many of you think that this is possible? Now, everybody stay quiet already, right? Nobody, right? So this is true. And this is what? No way, exactly. Like what Betty, Melvin, they are saying. Patrick, all those that say, okay, if you say possible, right? If you're lucky, yes, but month after month, no, no way. If you're lucky, lah, yes, lah. Have there been months that a small account just doubled, or doubled and tripled? Yes. Earlier on this year, when talking about GameStop, I have one student multiply his account from $300 to $30,000. So what did he do? Right place, right time, and calculated risk. That's all. So is it possible? Yes. But is it possible to get it every single month? That's the question. Because we don't just survive based on that 1 month, right? We have to survive every single month, right? So this is where, right, I want you to think about this. Everything else, it is a percentage. All our return is a percentage. A damn good trader, probably I give you a retail trader, a very consistent retail trader. Maybe you can make somewhere between 30 to 50% a year. A year, not a month. If I tell you a month, maybe JJPTR will be better. Okay. So a year. JJPTR is a Ponzi scam, those kind of Forex money game in Malaysia. 解救普通人. So 30 to 50% a year. This, if you work backwards, right, that's about, you take the middle, that's about 4% per month. So 4% per month. And if you want to earn 5,000, right, if you want to earn 5,000 as 4%, and this 5,000 is 4% of your account size, then how much does your account size needs to be? You times 25. So that is about 125K. Okay, 125K. So this is where, right, I want to highlight this to you. You want to do full-time trading, can, but most retail traders, they are undercapitalized. Because if you don't even have this amount of money, okay, you want to trade for full-time, you will probably be suffering. You'll probably be just scraping by. Okay, so how do those people, so am I saying that, hey, don't trade lah, you don't even have six figure, don't trade? No, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, we start slow. In the initial year of your trading, you want to start with 5,000, 10,000, 3,000, fine. Your focus is not on making money. Okay? Your focus is not on making money. Your focus is on trading well. Guys, agree? If you agree, can you type trading well? That should be your focus in your initial years. And then you just make a side income. 4% out of a $5,000 account, 10% is 500, 4% is about 200, right? That's 200. And you must be comfortable with $200 per month. So $200 per month, US dollar, you convert it to Sing dollar, it's about 270. You convert it to ringgit, it's about 800 ringgit. So is it going to change your life? Is it going to make you quit your job? I don't think so. But Can it pay for some of your expenses? Yes, it can. It can pay for some of your expenses. And this is what trading should be lah, right at the start lah. All right. Okay, guys, agree agree can okay. So I want to put some grounding to this lah, because I don't want y'all to start thinking that wow, I can grow wings and then I can fly already. You know, before you fly, you think about walking first lah. Crawl, then you walk, then you run, then before you think about flying lah. Okay, so what I don't need to list down. I can probably give you some of the reasons. Some of you may say, oh, they got more money. They have better resources. Maybe you tell me they got information. The information, yes and no, because they cannot act on insider information. They can act on market chatter. Their technology is probably better. Therefore, they make more money lah. They are definitely more consistent lah. And every day when they go to work, right? Like back then at my proprietary trading experience, is you go to work, you naturally you know what to trade already. You go there, all the stocks are already been selected for you. And then the levels that have already all have been briefed in the morning meeting. And then what you do is just take off. You literally are like a robot, you know. Literally just like a robot. You go there and you execute whatever that they have taught you to do, just like that. So for retail traders, we don't have all these resources lah. But all these things, right, they are external. All these things, they are external. All right, agree? So all these things, they are external. And we cannot go and complain now. We cannot say like, hey, then like that, die already lah, over lah. Why? Because they got more money than me. Well, it's a fact that they got more money than you lah, and there will always be a person that has more money than you lah, right? So we cannot just look at the external factors, but more so, right, we can also emulate what's going on in their mind. So when we look at the professional versus retail, guys, I want you to copy this down. Okay, I want you to copy this now. So as I'm talking, just copy this down as I'm talking. For professional, right, we are always aiming for consistency. Although technically by strict definition, I am not a professional trader because I trade for myself. I'm an independent trader. I also don't have access to those professional technology tools. And even so, even if I have, like Bloomberg Station and all that, is $2,000 a month. I have access to Bloomberg Station as well. But does it give me more thing? Doesn't. It just give me the information that I need faster, and probably that's about it. But at the end of the day, right, if you go down to the basic of this business, right, it's about having consistency. It's about executing a plan. It's about preserving capital. And most importantly is to really, really preserve the capital, because once you lose your account, right, then number one, you will quit. Especially if you're only here for money, you will definitely quit. Or if not, if that's your life savings, then what? If you lose your life savings, then what? You go back and work. So we should never commit most of our savings into trading. Okay, we should never do that. We should at first just allocate a small amount until you know what you are doing exactly. Just like when you are just learning how to drive, you don't drive at 180 to 200 km per hour. But as you gain that experience, you know what to look out for. Like, this car I want to come out a bit funny. How do we gain this? It's all because of experience. It happens before. So make sure that accidents, when they happen, don't kill us lah. When they kill us, then die lah. Habis lah, die already, right? So that's where when it comes to trading, right, when we lose, we don't lose the capital lah. Okay, we lose the appropriate amount that we can afford to lose. Then is it painful? Yes. Is it sore? Yes. But okay or not? Still can survive, right or not? So therefore, right, when you are taking a trade, right, always look at how much you will lose. Don't just be thinking about the profits. Don't just be thinking about the profit. Also think about the losses. Okay, can everyone type losses in the chat? Just let me type losses in the chat. So it's about managing how much you lose, and this is how you stay afloat. And most importantly, right, it is to also know what is your limitation. Okay, most importantly is also to know what's the limitation. Meaning, if you only take directional trade, buy and sell, you just buy, sell. You only know how to do buy and sell. And when the market is ranging, right, then you can't do any of those, right? because when the market is going sideways, you go and buy on breakout, you will lose money. You go and sell on breakdown, you lose money as well. So you need to be very, very objective and sometimes eat a humble pie and tell yourself, I think this market, I am not good in this market. Okay, I'm not good in this market. Then maybe I should not trade this market, or I should trade very small in this market. Okay, can, okay, great.